Hello everyone, this is Cool Hines 9294. It's my first review that I'll be posting, and it is in fact a DVD review of Town by Shane Meadows. Um, Now, many of you may know Shane Meadows for his previous two films, Dead Man's Shoes, which was a sort of revenge thriller set in the Midlands in 2004, which was absolutely fantastic, if I do say so, and probably his previous film, his last film that he made, which was This Is England, which got huge critical acclaim and many awards. Um, Now, the first difference that I will say from his previous work and Town is that everything previous to Town has been set in the Midlands, which is where he's grown up and is very familiar with. And he uses a lot of his films, although they're set there, he uses a lot of the sort of conventions such as they're very unconventional in the fact that sort of these films wouldn't expect to normally take place in somewhere such as the Midlands or the countryside that surrounds there. Um, this film, in fact, is set in the London borough of Town, um, which is, like I say, it's refreshing to see, and it also shows that Shane Meadows is not out of his depth in any way possible because he pulls it off yet again with another fantastic film. Um, Now, again, another difference that I will say for if you're going into this seeing Dead Man's Shoes or This Is England, and that you might be expecting, is that the film doesn't really follow a sort of structured plot line, unlike the sort of theme in This Is England about this boy's growing up in such a short period of time, and in Dead Man's Shoes, like the lead character Richard's sort of revenge against these creatures which treated his brother awfully. Um, this film is the film is basically about Tomo, who's a 16-year-old runaway from the Midlands. So there's the sort of link. He runs away to London, and after a series of sort of happenings, he comes across Marek, a young Polish immigrant living with his single father in a tower block in Town. Now, they strike up an unlikely friendship, and the film sort of is that is what the film is about. This sort of friendship growing and their sort of antics that they get up to thereabouts. And I think that is one of the reasons why I think Town might not have got such a applaud as what his previous films are. They've got much more sort of bigger fan base, as it were, uh, with and they're much more recognised. I think that I don't like to say it, but Shane Meadows had a lot to live up to in my eyes. This Is England, as you all know, it got such a huge critical acclaim that I think it was almost impossible for him to make another film that would get the sort of same amount of sort of attention. Um, but that doesn't go without saying that this film is thoroughly enjoyable. It's such a lovely, heartwarming tale that it shows that anyone, anywhere, no matter what your race or your prejudices are, it still is a joy to watch. And these people, they really like the realism that Meadows uses in his films. Kitchen sink realism, as many of you may know, is um is absolutely fantastic. And I think that the fact that he uses this makes us easily able to connect to the characters, um, especially Marek, who's the immigrant boy, who although the language sort of barrier, he's not a perfect English speaker. I think that it's still that makes it even more realistic, and it's just I mean it's very simple things, a simple way of filmmaking, some might say, but it works and it's fantastic. I mean, if you compare this film to I don't know others that maybe more mainstream films that Hollywood is churning out now, and that just simply do not have the heart or the sort of style behind them. Um, I think that Town, the major flaw I would have to say is the running time. Now, many of you may know the running time is just little over an hour, running at apparently 68 minutes on the DVD, whether you saw it at the cinema. Frame rate's different, so it's probably a little bit longer at the cinema. But yeah, 68 minutes, just over an hour. It's I mean, people have said that they expect this is the sort of thing that they wouldn't necessarily go out and buy or see at cinema because they might expect it on television, maybe on BBC, I don't know. But I think that the replayability of Town, the sort of heartwarming, sort of the humour, the tales, that the sort of the things that the lads get up to, it's just hilarious, and just a really, I can't fault it in any way. It's a really nice film. Like I said, the running time does sort of let itself down a bit, but you know what you're gonna do. It's not worth. I don't think that is worth not what's seen this film. I mean, sure, if you don't think it justifies paying £15 for it, wherever you're gonna buy it, definitely a rental, definitely, or maybe if you want to just wait for it to come out on television. But no, really good film. Really pleased with this purchase. Um, yeah, that's all I can really say about it. I mean, the characterization was fantastic. It's surprising, especially Tomo, who is the lead character in this, the runaway. He's also the lead character, you know, from This Is England, Sean, but his real name Thomas Turgoose, who's definitely going to be. You might also have seen him in Eden Lake, and more of a minor character, but still nonetheless, that was a really suspenseful horror film. Definitely check it out. Um, but yeah, no, Town, really good film. Running time is the only thing that I can really fault it at. There's also, it's also shot in a clear black and white frame. To be honest, I don't really understand why, what encouraged Meadows to do this, but it's really nice to look at, actually. Really good technique, something that I haven't seen for a while. Um, yeah, and that's all I can really say. I mean, if black and white films put you off, I don't. That's, you know, it's your predicament. I don't understand. But anyway, no, really good film. Running time, sort of a letdown, but you know, the only letdown was that the film was so good that I didn't want it to end, and that was so. And yeah, and that's it. Really nice. I mean, extras. You've got a few interviews with the cast and Shane Meadows, a couple of trailers, and then there's a master class at the film Tribeca Film Festival, which lasts 68 minutes also. So you know, I'd say if don't really buy it for the extras, if I'm honest, but definitely the film is fantastic. Definitely really really good buy, and that's all I can really say. So yeah, that's Town. It's out now. I think recommended retail price 14.99, but definitely worth buying. But if and definitely a rental, whatever you do, if you don't want to buy it, then definitely a rental. You must check it out, and it's a great one to add to the collection. Yeah, I was really pleased with this. So I'll give that a 4.5 out of 5. Thanks for watching my review, and I will see you next week. Okay, bye bye.